Hey, it's Steve at Raybuck Auto Body Parts. This is our 73 F350 that we've been working on. It's done. Well, done enough. We're going to be able to at least get it out of the garage. So I'm going to get a camera inside of it. I'm going to get this thing fired up and we're going to take it out so you can see that it actually does run. We haven't really done a whole lot mechanically on it. It does leak a lot of different stuff, some a little bit more than others. So over the winter, we're going to get to replacing some of the seals on the steering and a couple other things on it. There's also a couple of body panels, lower door panels, lower actually door skin and inner door bottom on the driver's side. We're only going to do a small section of that and a small section of each cab corner. We're going to show you guys that in a different video, but that's not going to stop us from getting this thing out. Weather's great today. Finally got it all together. Got the windshield in, got everything cleaned up, so we're going to get it out. Before we get it out, I'm going to go through, do a walk around so you can see all the stuff that we did, see what it looked like before, at least from some of the pictures that I took. And then show you what it looks like now, and then we're going to get it out here and you're going to see it at least start up and go down the road. So I'm going to grab the camera and do the walk around and then we're going to get it out. So before I get into what we did to this truck, I want to go over just some highlights of what make the F350 Super Camper Special so super. And again, it's not just this particular truck, it's any of the Super Camper Specials. So while I'm talking about it, I'll put some overviews of the original literature that you would have seen or that would have come with this truck so you can see what I'm talking about. I love the old ads, so I love when I can throw these in here whenever I can. Okay, so twin I-beam front suspension, supposed to make it a smoother ride for such a quote, heavy duty truck. Talking about smooth ride, they say that the interior has a deep foam seating. So the bench seat that's in this has more foam and stiffer foam, I guess, than what would have been in the lighter duty trucks. It has a 9,500 gross vehicle weight on it, which was a lot heavier than a lot of the other trucks. It has a large frame. It has a 1-ton frame. It's a 9-inch like C-channel underneath of it. So that's pretty interesting. It has an extended wheelbase. So it is 140 inches, which they say I think is 9 inches longer than what it was from the previous year from, I'm assuming, the F250. It might have been a 350 then. But 140 inch wheelbase. Western style mirrors. So we were talking about those. That was an option. I'm not sure if it was new to this model, but it's something they talk about in a lot of their ads. Auxiliary tanks. So this one has 2 tanks. It has, I believe, a 36-gallon main tank and then a 24-gallon auxiliary tank in the back. So you can get like 60 gallons in this thing. The front one, I have to look again because I thought it was a 46, but 36 sounds probably about right. The spare tire mount, I'll actually show that when I'm walking around, but that is another interesting one. In this one, I'll show you the inside of the bed too, because they moved the spare tire to the outside of the truck instead of under the rear of it, like under the rear bumper. This particular one, actually, we'll just start going through this now because I'll show you what this has. So this truck has a 390 in it. So the 3 options for that year would have been a 360, 390, or the 460. This one has the 390 2-barrel, which kind of stinks. Might put a 4-barrel on it at some point, but it's got that. It has 410 gears in the rear end. It's got a C6 automatic transmission, and it's got front disc brakes. So mechanically, those are a lot of the things that this particular truck has. So we'll get into the stuff that I did on it, or we did on it. In the front, actually, we'll talk about all this. Replaced pretty much all the light bulbs all the way around because they were all burned out. Replaced, or actually fixed, some of the marker lights. They were broken. Some of them, the wires were cut or broken off, so we replaced those, or even the housing, or not the housing, but the pigtail inside of it. So we replaced all those, got all that working, got the horns working. Made a mount for the battery because it didn't have anything. Mechanically, other than that, we didn't do a whole lot inside. We did replace all the shocks, replaced the muffler and part of the exhaust system underneath, got that working, replaced the emergency brake cable and got those working. So that's all done. Wheels. It had the original 16.5-inch wheels. We replaced them with 16-inch wheels. These wheels came off of, I believe it was a late 90s Ford E350, the heavy-duty Econoline van. The heavy-duty Econoline vans have the same bolt pattern as what this truck does. The reason I did it, you can still get the 16.5-inch tires, but if we're out driving around somewhere and I blow a tire, now I do have a spare, but if something were to happen and I needed to get a replacement tire, I would much rather try to get a 16-inch tire because you can get those everywhere. versus 16.5 inch. And it doesn't really look a whole lot different. The hubcaps fit on here, like I said, everything. So we went with the 16 inch. Underneath it said, did the shocks, did the floor pans. So replaced the floor pans on both sides, replaced the body mounts on both sides. Underneath, you can't really see it here, because the other thing I did was I made a little inner fender liner. So I had this one fender liner from like a 2013 Altima. It was about the perfect size, so I cut it in half and I put one half here and one on the other side. Now we have fender liners. That way water and mud and everything don't build up underneath of it and rot everything out again, because these trucks are crazy designed and there's nooks and crannies everywhere. Replaced the windshield and the seal around it and the rear view mirror. Since the window came off, we had to replace the mirror, and the mirror was shot anyway. You guys saw the video for that. That was a real pain in the butt. Don't ever want to do one of those again. Got the mirrors remounted, made some new brackets for them, made the bolts, got those on it. Did not do the seals around the glass run and the wing vents yet. We have those. I'm going to do that over the winter. We'll get to it later, but I did replace all the door seals all the way around. That's all done. So this is what the interior looks like now, and here's what it looked like before. So it looks quite a bit different. I know it's a little dark in here, but I think you get the gist of it. Replace the flooring. This is just a little piece of rug that I had. I threw in there because my feet were really dirty and I didn't want to get it too messed up, but replaced the flooring. Coby and I redid the seat cover, so we reupholstered this with one of our seat covers, which I think turned out fantastic. Used the original seat belts, just cleaned them up, put them back in. Replaced the dash. This was a new old stock dash that you may have seen the video of. We got this with the truck. Painted the front section of the dash. Cleaned the whole interior of the dash. The clear plastic panel for the gauge cluster I took out, and I used a plastic polish, so I'm out abrasive on it. Turned out great. It took all the yellowing, hazing, and scratching out. Coby actually thought I bought a new panel, but just polished that and took it out. Replaced the headlight switch. You probably saw the video on that. Fixed the choke. Replaced the actuator pin so that the reverse lights work and that the neutral safety switch works. So that's all done. Fixed a bunch of wiring that was just hanging under there. Fixed the emergency brake, cable. That is all done. All the heater, that stuff all works. Radio is next. For some reason, that's not working. It's not a fuse or anything. I need to take it out and see what happened to the radio. Interior-wise, other than that, other than just fixing and repainting the switch down here, that was really about it. Replaced the seal and the light and the cargo light and got that working. There was just an issue with the switch. We fixed that. Really didn't do much else back here other, like I said, in the lights and stuff. I'm going to eventually take the steel out so I can get that piece of wood out, put the steel back in. We're going to leave this pretty much alone. That's what I was talking about with the spare tire mount. So you can see there's where the wheel well is. You can see on this side, there's this one, but they made this crazy big hump so that the spare tire fits under there. I'll go around the other side so you can see what that looks like. But that's that big panel. So you'll notice on the F350s, they have a small panel that looks like this. That's actually a door that opens, and it's a toolbox, an integrated toolbox. The F350 is a big panel because that's where the spare tire goes. There's no integrated toolbox or anything. So that is it. We didn't fix the bumper yet. I'm going to do that. Again, another winter project. I could weld that up and get that taken care of. But that's the truck. That's, I'm pretty sure, the majority of the stuff that we did on it. So I'm going to get in, fire this up, take it for a ride, and you can see what it's like. So that was our project. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the videos. I know some of them tend to be a little bit longer, but I like to show you the work that we actually do. I try to fast forward as much as I can or skim through it, speed it up. But I know if I were watching something, I'd want to see exactly how it was done. That way, if I need to do it,
I have a point of reference. I know we're definitely not as flashy as a lot of other YouTube channels, but that's not what we're going for. We don't want all that drama. We're not looking for anything like that. We're not trying to make $1 million off this channel. We just enjoy working on the vehicles. And we want to show you the stuff that we go through when we're working on it, because you're probably going through the same thing in your garage. Again, this one was pretty easy. It was pretty straightforward. We weren't doing a whole lot with it. Not doing a restoration, not doing a lot of customizations. We will be getting into some of that stuff though on one of the next projects. We have a 30 Model A, which might not be the next project because that's going to be a really, really custom car. But we do have a 33 Oldsmobile. It's all original, hasn't been touched. We're probably going to get that thing running just for the heck of it because it's all there. But then I think we're going to mechanically swap it out. We're going to keep all the body the same. We'll do some interior work. So not a lot of customizations other than the mechanical side of it. So just under the hood and under the chassis. But again, we'll hopefully show a lot of videos for that. And again, if you guys really like what you see, like and subscribe to the channel. We appreciate it. Tell your friends about it. Comment below if there's something else you want to see, or if you have any questions about the F350 or any of the other projects we've done. We appreciate it. We respond to all of those. So again, like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys soon. Thanks.